Hey, what's up, guys? So I just got word that Everything Money, Paul Gabriel, shorted Nvidia stock, which is just one of the dumbest things you could ever do. It's like shorting Tesla or shorting Palantir. When you have a stock that not only has a code around it, has good fundamentals, which we're talking about Nvidia strictly here, and just has a great following and has a lot of momentum, not just from retail investors and them buying it, but just Nvidia's got this momentum because they've just had two amazing blowout earnings reports in a row. And for all we know, the next earnings report could end up even being better than this past one. And so, several things that I want to say regarding Paul with Everything Money, right? Number one, he's called himself the LeBron James of investing, which is just absolutely outrageous. And I'm never going to stop roasting him for that because when somebody calls himself the LeBron James of investing, it's like that black dude that I talked about on my channel, Ian Dunlap, master investor, as he calls himself. When somebody calls himself the LeBron James of investing or the master investor or all this crazy stuff, it should automatically and always be a red flag to you. Now, Everything Money has so many red flags, I don't even know where to begin, okay? The trader Mo guy, Mo Staffa or whatever his name is, he came out and said that when he trades or when you trade, you're supposed to make 1% a day, which that's not realistic. Number two, they are talking about shorting stocks, which I've said this plenty of times on my channel. Whatever you do in your personal portfolio is fine, but you got to understand that when you have a huge following that they do, you have a responsibility. You cannot come out here and tell your followers who look up to you and pretty much follow most of the moves that you make, because that's all YouTube finance is. People copying finance YouTubers. That's all that really happens. You can't come to people and say, I'm shorting Nvidia, because people are going to follow that. And I just want to make it clear. Shorting is very dumb and very bad. Your downside is so much more when you short a stock. If you lose money on the stock, the worst that can happen is you'll lose all your money. You could go further than that when you start messing around with shorting stocks and different things like that. Shorting is extremely risky, and I think that you shouldn't say it at all, because unfortunately, retail investors, people who go on YouTube for financial advice, they don't care about risk. They just want to get rich quick. So when you tell them, well, it's really risky to short stocks, you shouldn't do it. By the way, I'm shorting this stock. They're going to do it. In my opinion, it's better to just not talk about it anyway. Okay, that's another thing. The other thing is they fired Seth. Okay, we're never going to let that go. They are never going to get off the hook for the fact that they fired Seth. Okay, Seth was the most relatable on that channel, the most decent guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of the channel. And me and Seth, we had our differences, but Seth was definitely the best of the bunch, the most relatable, the least condescending. He's the only one on that channel that I think ever worked for anything that he got. I mean, you could clearly tell these two guys, Paul and Mostafa, are just a bunch of, rich, privileged, daddy gave me everything frat boys who never had to work for anything. And, I don't know what their upbringing was, but, they're just a-holes. So clearly they were extremely privileged and never got told no in their lives and never got punched in the face, because they are just complete jerks, both of them. I also wanted to talk about their track record, which is another red flag. Like I said, there's so many red flags with these people. And it's funny because if you go to their most popular videos, they have the nerve to call out other grifters. There's a video right here of them calling out Stock Mo. Then there's another video over here of them calling out Meet Kevin. Then they called out Jeremy LaFave. It's like, dude, you guys are literally no better. Their track record is not much better. Matter of fact, at least Jeremy shows some of his stock portfolio. I know he has a private and public portfolio or whatever, but at least he shows a little bit of it. And I'm not defending Jeremy. He's terrible too, but I'm just saying Everything Money doesn't show their portfolio ever. They've never showed the returns. They've never shown how much money they have. Oh, I wonder why. Because their money and their riches didn't come from investing. You know where it came from? Daddy Gabriel and Daddy Mostafa. Their daddies are the reasons why they have money. They don't make money from stocks. Do you want me to go down a list of stocks that they picked? What was it? Smith & Wesson, and I think 3M, and I don't even remember the other one. I don't remember, but it's all these value trap stocks. It's all these and not every stock that they pick is a value trap. But the bottom line is, the main problem with Everything Money And I made this clear so many times. One, when they research stocks, they never look up the latest news. They look up the old news, which is why they completely missed the fact in their 3M analysis that 3M had that gigantic lawsuit, because they don't look at that. They just punch in numbers in their freaking stock analyzer tool, which I keep telling you guys, do not fall for that. Stock analyzing tools for anybody is a scam. I don't care who it is. Anybody who's selling you a stock analyzing tool is a scam, okay? This is my thing. If you're willing to spend money to buy somebody's stock analyzing tool, you have accepted the fact and you have recognized the fact that you don't know how to build your own valuation model. You don't know how to build a DCF. And there's nothing wrong with that. Most people don't know how to do it. But you know what you should do with your little $15 a month that you're spending on Paul's Stock 8 Pillar Stock Analyzer tool? You know what you should do? You should just buy index funds. That is my God honest opinion. There is nothing wrong with buying an index fund. As a matter of fact, these guys have significantly underperformed the S&P 500, and they will continue to do so, so much so that they don't even show their returns. But my overall point is, what you want is somebody that's going to teach you how to build one, okay? If you can find somebody who's going to teach you how to build your own 8-pillar stock analyzer tool, how to build your own DCF, how to build your own valuation model or strategy of how you evaluate stocks, that is what you are looking for. If you're the type of person who is looking for a shortcut, unfortunately on YouTube, you have a bunch of different grifters who are looking for all sorts of ways to trick you because they know that many people go on YouTube because they're looking for the shortcut. There are no shortcuts with investing, okay? And if you're looking for one, I'll tell you right now, stop what you're doing and just buy the index, okay? That is what you're better off doing. Their 8-pillar software is not going to help you. Okay, it clearly didn't help them. I can't think of very many stocks that they picked that did any well. And then on top of that, this guy was so dumb, he shorted Nvidia. And don't get me wrong, I know Nvidia is like down a little bit right now, but trust me, when the freaking bull market comes back, and it's going to come back very soon, I predict. I think it's going to come back very soon. Nvidia is going to go to the moon. It's only a matter of time. I know the market's down today and all that stuff and haha. By the way, we have no idea what price he shorted Nvidia at, but I'm telling you right now, he's going to get wrecked in that position. Nvidia is like the new Tesla. Nvidia is just the biggest momentum stock. And I don't want to be disrespectful. Nvidia has great fundamentals. And, you know, it's a fantastic company. I don't want to be disrespectful, but you got to be honest here. Some of that price action, there's a little bit of momentum in there. It's not as bad as like a Palantir or a Tesla or something, but there's definitely some momentum in there. And what's the number one rule when it comes to shorting? You don't short momentum stocks, especially when you don't know what the heck you're doing. Paul is not a sophisticated investor. He made his money through real estate and daddy's money. Daddy, I think his dad's name is like Mike Gabriel or something. Maybe that's his brother. I don't know. But whatever his dad's name is, that's where the money came from, okay? And it's very important that you guys understand that. And the reason why I'm even bringing this whole thing up in the first place is because it just blows my mind that this guy has the nerve to go after other YouTubers, but he won't show his returns. But at the same time, he's not really doing anything different than most other YouTubers. You're just a bear. That's really all you are. You're bearish on tech. That's the difference between him and me, Kevin, and everybody else. He's no better than any of them. He's just bearish on tech and penny stocks. But he doesn't really pick that great of stocks either. He's not even really that great of an investor. And I'm just being completely honest with you guys. I already told you guys who the best people on the platform are. I already told you guys. Capital Mindset, Stone Cold Investors. You know, I like Kingdom of Finance. You know, people like that. There are some great. Oh, More Money's really good too. Shout out to him. You know, there are a lot of great people on YouTube who know what they're doing. This guy isn't it. Obviously, I know my video isn't gonna resonate with all of the Everything Money super fans. You know, they're not gonna like what I have to say, but I just have to keep saying it because as time continues to play out, you will slowly begin to see, if you haven't already, that these guys have no idea what the French toast they're talking about. Okay. Anyway, that'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.